Breaking news. Recent reports making the rounds have ARMYs immediately wondering. Jimin and Jungkook are reportedly set to fly tonight to Inglewood, Los Angeles, to join the other BTS members for the ARIRANG World Tour, after allegedly missing the main flight. Even more surprising, there are claims that the two will use a private jet and had to take care of personal matters before departing. But is any of this actually true? So far, there has been no official confirmation from Jimin, Jungkook, or their agency, meaning tonight's departure and the story behind it remain a major question mark. Welcome to Jimin Gallery, the home for Park Jimin fans who want to discover all the latest news, interesting facts, and stories behind the world's spotlight on Jimin. Fans of BTS were suddenly surprised after information said to have surfaced just 5 minutes ago began circulating widely. Jimin and Jungkook are reportedly expected to fly to Inglewood, Los Angeles, California, tonight to join the other BTS members as part of the ARIRANG World Tour. As of now, however, this remains circulating information and should not be considered an official announcement from BTS or their agency. What has drawn even more attention is the claim that Jimin and Jungkook allegedly missed the flight carrying the rest of the BTS team to Los Angeles. According to stories circulating among fans, the delay was supposedly related to a decision by the two to first seek approval regarding their relationship. However, this is an unverified claim, and there has been no official confirmation of any romantic relationship between them. After the alleged matter was reportedly resolved, Jimin and Jungkook were said to have decided to continue with their trip to Los Angeles tonight. This has caused even more attention to focus on the two, especially because their departure is reportedly separate from the main team's journey. If it actually happens, their arrival in Los Angeles could become one of the moments most anticipated by fans. Another claim circulating online states that Jimin and Jungkook will use a private jet owned by a prominent businessman from Busan. This information has also not received any official confirmation, so it remains unclear whether they will actually travel by private jet or use another form of transportation. Nevertheless, the story about a special flight has added even more drama to the excitement surrounding BTS's journey to the United States. Meanwhile, the rest of the BTS team is reportedly already on their way to the Los Angeles area to prepare for the tour activities. If the reports about Jimin and Jungkook's flight tonight are true, the two would be joining the team after allegedly missing the main journey. For fans, the situation feels like a journey filled with mystery. While the other members are already on their way, the two are reportedly having to take care of something first before finally departing. Speculation about the reason behind Jimin and Jungkook's decision is expected to grow even more over the next few hours. The references to approval and personal relationships have given the story a much more emotional dimension than a simple change in flight plans. However, until there is a statement from Jimin, Jungkook, their agency, or another official source, the entire story should be treated as a rumor and should not be considered factual information about their private lives. Now, fans are focused on one major question. Will Jimin and Jungkook really appear in Los Angeles tonight to join the BTS team for the ARIRANG World Tour? If their departure does happen, their arrival will undoubtedly attract significant attention, especially following the dramatic claims about a missed flight and a separate journey. For now, fans will have to wait for official confirmation before knowing what actually happened behind the sudden report. The atmosphere among BTS fans suddenly changed after reports claiming that Jimin and Jungkook would follow the journey to Inglewood, Los Angeles, California, began spreading widely across social media. The information was allegedly posted just 5 minutes ago and immediately sparked numerous questions from fans. Many are wondering why the two were reportedly not traveling with the main team, and whether they will really fly tonight. According to the circulating timeline, the rest of the BTS team reportedly traveled to Los Angeles earlier to prepare for the ARIRANG World Tour activities. After the main team's departure became known, attention turned toward Jimin and Jungkook, who were reportedly not on the same flight. This is where speculation about why the two allegedly missed the flight began emerging and quickly spread across various social media platforms. Sometime later, reports emerged claiming that Jimin and Jungkook had resolved the matter that had previously prevented them from joining the main journey. One of the circulating claims even connected the situation to personal matters and seeking approval. However, this information has not been confirmed by Jimin, Jungkook, or their agency, so fans are urged not to immediately treat it as fact. Just 5 minutes ago, another report emerged and made the situation even more intense. Jimin and Jungkook were reportedly said to have decided to continue traveling to Los Angeles tonight and join the BTS team, which had already arrived there. There were even claims that the two would use a private flight. This information has also not been officially confirmed, leaving the details of their departure as a major question mark. Social media is now filled with questions from fans trying to piece together the timeline of their journey. Will Jimin and Jungkook really fly tonight? Will they soon join the BTS team in Los Angeles? And perhaps most importantly, what is the real reason behind their reported decision not to take the main flight? For now, everyone is waiting for possible official confirmation, while the information currently circulating should still be treated as unverified. Amid the flood of reports, the atmosphere among ARMYs has shifted into one of panic and curiosity. Social media timelines are filled with questions about Jimin and Jungkook's whereabouts, while some fans have chosen to wait for clearer information before believing the reports circulating online. Every new post regarding BTS's journey immediately attracts attention, as fans hope to find clues about where the two members might be. It is not just curiosity. The uncertainty surrounding tonight's flight is also making the situation increasingly tense. Fans have begun wondering whether Jimin and Jungkook are actually preparing to head to the airport, or whether they are still in South Korea. Without any official confirmation regarding their flight time, departure airport, or travel details, the mystery surrounding their departure has only grown. At the same time, there is hope that Jimin and Jungkook will indeed follow the BTS team to Los Angeles. If the report turns out to be true, their journey would become a story of its own before they reunite with the other BTS members for the tour. However, until official information is released, photos, posts, and claims circulating on social media should be examined carefully so that fans do not become caught up in information that has not been verified. Tonight has ultimately become filled with question marks. Will Jimin and Jungkook really leave South Korea and fly to Inglewood, Los Angeles? Or is this simply speculation that spread too quickly amid the excitement of fans? For now, ARMY can only wait for the next development, because a single official confirmation could completely change the story that has caused social media to become so busy over the past few minutes. One of the most attention-grabbing aspects of the report is the claim that the two will use a private jet. According to the circulating information, Jimin and Jungkook are allegedly not planning to use a regular commercial flight to join the BTS team, but will instead travel by private aircraft. However, there's been no official confirmation regarding the accuracy of this information, including the identity of the person reportedly owning the aircraft mentioned in various posts. The claim has also fueled even more speculation. Some fans have begun wondering whether the separate journey had already been planned in advance, or whether it was a decision made only after the two allegedly missed the main flight. Without official information about their travel arrangements, all possibilities remain open and cannot yet be confirmed. Meanwhile, the atmosphere in Los Angeles is also expected to be filled with growing anticipation from fans waiting for BTS to arrive for the ARIRANG World Tour. Fans following the members' journey now have one additional question on their minds. When will Jimin and Jungkook follow them and reunite with the rest of the team? However, this anticipation does not mean that fans know the pair's exact location or arrival schedule. Various posts continue to appear across social media, but information that does not come from official sources should not be treated as a reliable reference. For ARMY, tonight has become a long wait, with fans hoping that news about Jimin and Jungkook's journey will soon become clearer. If the two really depart tonight, Jimin and Jungkook's arrival in Los Angeles will certainly be a highly anticipated moment. Following reports about a different flight, a private jet, and their decision to join the team separately, fans are now focused on one question. Will the two actually arrive and reunite with the other BTS members? Until official confirmation emerges, the mystery surrounding their journey remains an unanswered question that continues to keep ARMY waiting for the latest developments. Jimin and Jungkook's reported journey to Los Angeles has now become a story of its own, as the two are said to be following the BTS team, which reportedly traveled earlier for the ARIRANG World Tour. If the reports are accurate, they would reunite with the team after allegedly taking care of matters that were previously said to have prevented them from joining the main journey. For fans, their presence will naturally be an important part of BTS's upcoming activities in the United States. The ARIRANG World Tour itself remains the central focus of this anticipation. After the other members reportedly traveled to Los Angeles first, the news of Jimin and Jungkook traveling separately has drawn even more attention to their departure. However, until an official statement is released, it remains impossible to confirm when they will leave, which flight they will take, or when they will arrive and join the team. Now, the biggest question remains unanswered. Will Jimin and Jungkook really fly to Los Angeles tonight to join the BTS team for the ARIRANG World Tour? For now, ARMY will have to wait while following updates from official sources. If confirmation eventually arrives, The mystery surrounding the journey of the two BTS members may finally be solved. Or it could open the door to an entirely unexpected new chapter.